Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be covering the Lancia Delta at Tokyo Expressway 600 with its Nismo swap. So in this episode, I'll be covering a step-by-step process on how to get the car. I'm also going to be discussing about the engine swap on how to either buy one or redeem one in your garage. Most importantly, I'm going to showcase delivery to show what you need for your custom parts at car customization, the setup, and then most importantly, the race itself. So hopefully this particular tune helps you out to get you a win at Tokyo 600. And if for some reason it does not help you out, then I would really recommend saving this car for Le Mans, because this car is going to be very quick for both acceleration and also for top speed as well. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Now, before we actually go dive into this particular build, I wanted to share two things. First, NVR is going to introduce a Porsche Cup coming soon. We're still working the little tidbits and stuff, but I can go ahead and let you guys know what the series is all about. We're going to be using the GT3 RS16 Porsche car. Just make sure you have for car customization, all the parts to Type A and racing mediums. That's it. The race is going to be bopped. If you're interested and like to find out more information about the Porsche Cup, just type Porsche in the comments, and we can just basically let you come in with the NVR guys and have fun with the Porsche Cup. It should not be too much longer. We're going to do a little bit more testing during the weekend and see how the car does and get all the dates finalized. And then, I guess during the Porsche Cup, we're also going to be doing this. It's going to be the World Multi-Class Challenge. It's going to be more like a split grid where you have some drivers using the Group 1's hybrids, and you also have some other drivers using the Group 3 race cars. So it's very similar to what I did a couple weeks back with PHG. So looking forward to that. For the Group 1 cars, they're going to be all the hybrids, including the 2016, the Audi, the Porsche, and the Toyota, added with the 5 new hybrids. And for the Group 3 cars, there's a few of them in the list. I'll have to share the list later on. If you're interested to join this, just type WMC, and just like with the Porsche Cup, we'll get you with Discord and let you guys have information that you need to join the races. So here we are with the episode. Starting off with the Lancia Delta. The car is currently at the limited stock, or it could be sold out, depending where you're at. The cost of the car is going to be 104,000 and 400,000 credits. I'll say it's quite classic. This car is actually also has a notorious background of being in rally events as well, so no surprise there for it to be really good. Here's the engine swap. Of course, it's going to be the GTR Nismo. It's going to cost about 193,000 credits for this upgrade, and it's quite a pretty big upgrade for this car. Now, the only red category is the weight. Everything else is really good on this car. Now, you can actually buy one at the GT Auto if you're a collector level 50, which is a hot pink number on top screen. Or if you do have the engine swap, just go to your home, go to tuning parts, see if you have that particular engine. It'll lit up on the screen a little bit differently, and just install it from there. Here's the livery that I'm using for this episode. There are the hashtags on top of the list right there if you want to know what they are. And just for a future reference, if you want to find out a much easier and faster way to grab a livery in my episodes, then here is this clip that you can watch.
If you guys like to follow me in the game, here are the instructions right here. Just go to Showcase, search my name up, click on a car with a livery, which is a custom style, which I do sometimes build. Click on my profile picture, click on the user page, and then finally click on the blue follow button. And just by doing that, you'll be able to follow me in the game. That way you have to go to my news feed for any liveries that will help you out.
Now, the reason why you want to follow me in the game is so that way, if you actually do see my episodes, and if you want to see more of my content later down the road, and want to simply copycat the livery that I have showcased in the episode, then there you go. Now, if you do not want this particular livery, but you would rather have the parts, that's totally fine. I'll be able to share with you what the parts are for this car. The only different thing I did was the rims. Here are the rims that I use for this car. So that's the only one thing I did change for this car. After you get the rims, the front bumper is going to be Type B. After you get that installed, the side is going to be Type B as well, or Type A. After you get that installed, the rear bumper is going to be Type A with the rear diffuser. And to finish up, we're going to have the wing set to Type B. And as you can see, there's a rug cage inside the car. I forgot to share that. I'm pretty sure that's Type C. Here we are now with the setup build. Sport hard tires. It's going to be what we'll be using for our compounds. Fully customized differential with the torque featuring differential center. I have it set to 4060. Very fast car. Downforce for the front, 60, 225 for the rear. Fully customized manual transmission at 360 kilometers. And that's going to be it for the first part of the list. So there's not a whole lot here to pretty much worry about. I would say just make sure you get the differential, the torque featuring center differential, both of those. They should drop the PP by a good bit. So make sure you have those in that particular build. Surprisingly, the manual transmission actually increased the PP, which was quite odd. For the other part, we got racing air filter. We also have stroke up, engine balance tuning, polish port, weight reduction stage 1, and increased by rigidity, which really surprisingly, the increased by rigidity actually drops the PP as well, which is quite weird. But that's going to be all the parts we're using for this car. So it should have at least 657 horsepower with the acceleration of 10.9 of a quarter mile. And look at the stats. The car is going to be really, really good for this particular race. So after you have everything pretty much aligned, let's go ahead and jump into the track. And if for some reason it's not right, then you're more welcome to go back, recheck everything, make sure you have everything correct, and go from there. For this particular run, the car is going to be very quick right off the bat. As you can see, we're already in the top 10 as we exit out of the tunnel. And we're not even done yet. We're going to be gaining some more spots. We're going to actually find ourselves in the top 5 before we actually break into the first turn. Now, I would say, even despite the car being very quick on straights and having some decently good acceleration with decently good handling, I would say potentially the really bad characteristic about this car will have to be brakes. You'll have to brake pretty early with this car, which is quite unusual. I mean, I know the car's brakes are stocked, but I find it kind of a little bit odd that the brakes are not too good for this car. But as long as you know when to brake it a little bit sooner into a corner, and you should be good as good gold. So as we make our way still to the front, we're trying to carefully navigate these corners. We're going to go ahead and take away P4. We're going to go ahead also and get ourselves a nice run on the Supra, get ourselves P3. And looks like that might be what we're going to be at for the end of the first lap, unless we actually can pull off some pretty good corners and try to catch up with the read-me-up. But surprisingly, the car itself actually felt very smooth. In some of these corners, it felt very quick. Acceleration felt very nice too, not to mention that really good top speed. Once you get to the main stretch, that's when you're going to really be able to gain a lot of time on the AI. It's going to be that long straightaway. You'll just have to brake very early into this unique right-hander hairpin. Otherwise, if you do not, you will be sent off to the track, which will allow you to lose your clean race bonus pretty easily. So you gotta be a little extra careful about that. But once you do get through that particular corner, as you can see, the top speed is quickly rising up higher and higher. And this actually has turned out to be a decently good, quick first lap actually. As we cross the finish line, it's going to be a very quick 2:17.8. So even though we didn't get ourselves to P2 or P1, that was still a very quick, blistering first lap. Lap later, at the finish, lap 2, we actually hit the 2:06s as we caught the lead from the Honda. And from that point on, we basically just ran away from it, from the Honda. I mean, it was very, very strong car to drive in this particular race. Now we're going to go ahead and fast forward to a bit later on into the race, which is going to be our hot lap. Actually, this is lap 3. So I recommend you just watch the hot lap, see what the car is doing, and I'll be right back to cover the pit stop. Alright, let's go ahead now and fast forward to our lap to pit, which is going to be lap 7. So we thankfully have successfully made it over halfway of the race for a pit stop. And as you can see from our time lapse on the right screen, 206s throughout the whole board. I mean, this particular swap with this car is just really good. For this pit stop, as you guys may know from the past, we're just going to go ahead and just refill the car until we hit that little diamond icon. We're going to give it a little bit of over the diamond icon. That way we actually have extra fuel to burn about right there. And that's going to be it for our Run Tug Express 600. So as we finish with the race, one thing I did realize at the end of the race, but the front tires were severely worn out. So changing tires could be potentially a good idea for the other part of the race if you want to. It's up to you. As we cross the finish line, though, it's going to be a very solid 26 flat around this particular track. So with the car being the way it is, not too bad. I mean, the car itself is decently affordable. The swap itself is also decently affordable too compared to different swaps. And so yeah, very decently good swap. Got ourselves that sweet clearance bonus, and that's going to be it for this particular episode. Now, the next episode I'm going to be covering is going to be yet another Tokyo 600 build, but with a little twist. We're going to be using a Group 4 race car. Now, we're going to be using the Aston Martin, and to be honest with you, I've not really used this car for Tokyo 600 at all. So I am going to be looking forward to see what this car is capable of doing. I know there's certain Group 4 cars we've done in the past, and they have actually been pretty successful, so it won't surprise me at all if this car will follow the same traits as other cars to being a very successful build for Tokyo. So hopefully you guys enjoy the episode. Hopefully you'll take consideration of both the Porsche Cup and the multi-class series. Like I said before, if you're interested, the type multi-class for the multi-class and type Porsche Cup for the Porsche Cup, and we can get you all set up from there. If you have any suggestions, you can add them to the comments as well. And until then, I'll see you guys later, and take care.
Thank you again for watching today's episode. Hopefully this particular tune has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If there is a particular build you'd like for me to try out, or a different race, car class, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to put any suggestions down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to do them. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. It would be very much appreciated. Also, leave a like and share it. If you know somebody personally that is struggling to get a win at Tokyo Expressway 600, then you're more than welcome to share this episode, and hopefully it will help them out. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and have a great rest of the day or night for it might be, and be safe.